Okay, so this is a video I'm making to both Inmendham and Voices in the Head, and I guess sort of to Mel the Basket case. Um, I'm gonna comment on some comments I saw in other videos. So yeah, Mel the Basket case is, I don't know. I don't listen. I don't want to. I'm not trying to down her or anything like that. But she is very closed. She is very protected or guarded. And to be on YouTube, um, as has been said, and not expect to get some criticism from just immature people most of the time. You can understand what athletes and stars go through on a probably a daily basis. Some of the superstars that get nitpicked in the magazines and the tabloids, because they're famous and people make unfair comments, slanted comments, and really, what is the defense to that? I mean, uh, they're easy targets. So here you are on YouTube, and you're going to be an easy target for some people, unfortunately. Um, and the fact that there is no age limit on YouTube means that you have people that are immature and are looking to take pot shots at different people, and it happens to all of us. It, you know, and I'm not immune to it. I've seen some negative comments or some rude comments on some of my videos. Uh, because to sit here and make a video and to not make mistakes in certain things that you're saying, especially not being scripted, um, is pretty natural. Uh, so, if you say something and it didn't come out the way you were actually thinking, and then someone calls you on it and says you're a buffoon, or you're this, you're that, I mean, people are waiting for that. People are waiting for those mistakes. So, yeah, most of the time they roll off of me. Once in a while I get caught and it bothers me, once in a while. And some people, my wife, for instance, was just saying as we were watching some of these videos that the reason she never makes a video and puts her face online is she's not immune to those kind of comments. It would uh, bother her too much. So the funny thing about Belle the Basket case is, like, there's no way to give her support. She doesn't let friends in for the fear that she has people that are gonna make rude comments. She doesn't let supporters in for the fear that she's gonna let enemies basically in. Because I've tried to email her saying certain things to her, and it's impossible. She doesn't accept emails unless you're her friend, and she doesn't accept friends. I don't even know if she knows who I am. I've watched several of her videos. I find a lot of them very interesting, but it's impossible. I don't make really very many comments on them. I made one video response to one of her videos, but like I said, does she know who I am? I have no idea. And I like Mel. Uh, Now I'm gonna move on to first of all to this Emendum Voices in the Head showdown that we're having here. Um, Along with, I'll throw Gimme the Break Man in there too. Um, yeah, first of all, I want to talk about the psychology thing. As far as what I remember about psychology in high school, I'm probably not going to be 100% accurate on this, but psychology, isn't that like this? Isn't that almost like more of a observation of how people interact um, in situations and towards each other? I think so. Um, but as he said, it doesn't really make a difference what his profession is. He's making videos as a hobby, and um, I think he would be the first, talking about voices in the head, the first to say that he's not always right in everything he says. Now, this is the thing that bothers me with the whole Emendham Voices in the Head. Give me the break, man. Give me a break, man. I think, as in, anything. Um, I'll throw an example out there. There have been several people that I've met that I've become really good friends with that from afar it will never would I never would have approached. Um, that as well as women. There have been several women that I have been intimidated by, and if it were not for me getting over the appearance um, and the intimidation, uh, friendships and relationships would have never happened. And as far as the other side, their judgment, perception, and judgment. None of this is. I mean, some people come on here, and you get a good idea of how these people are. Um, you know, I think I'm pretty real. Although you're not going to get to know me 100% just by watching my videos. It's too complicated. Uh, this is just 10 minutes per video of you know of a subject, but you really don't know the ins and outs. I mean, I can't explain my whole life and viewpoints in these little 10-minute videos, but and there's other people that are on here that are different when they're not on here. And for Gary, for instance, I know just through talking in different forums that Gary's not the Gary you always see on the video. Gary's very passionate when he makes his videos, and he has some viewpoints that are not mainstream, but he's not the guy that's yelling. If you call him on the phone, he's not going to sit there and curse you out. If you met him in the street, he's not going to hit you or anything. So I don't know. I just wish some of this name calling would cease, because I really think, in fact, I'll throw it out there right now. Give me the break, man. You're too far away, and you're not going to come. But voices in the head does some traveling. I'll invite both of you guys to my house, and we can sit down and have dinner together. And I guarantee you that you guys would be civil, and a new understanding would come out. Since this is like a neutral site, I mean, I really don't think. I think you guys got off on the wrong foot, and the name calling has sort of become. I think we can get beyond. First of all, I know Gary is not a racist. Um, Voices in the head, I'm going to call you on that, because if you said that Gary was a dirty American, that would not be a racist comment, because American is a nationality, not a race, just as Mexican is, and you understand that, is not a race, it's a country. Saying you're from a country. I don't believe Gary's a racist any more than I believe that you are an elitist, or you think you're better than people because you're better off. You understand? So, I really think that if you guys would accept the invitation to come over here, my wife could cook you up some South American food, and I'd have a place for you to sleep and everything, and you can come see some places around here. I invite you guys. You guys are invited together, and I guarantee you that you come out friends, because YouTube is just that. YouTube is a place for discussion, and I know Gary is very passionate about what he talks about, and he believes in what he talks about, but I also know that if he wasn't on YouTube and you two guys met, you would have a lot more in common than you don't. And this forum, YouTube, gives people a forum to throw insults and create drama without the repercussions of fistfights. Real quick, another example, because I'm running out of time. It reminds me of and I don't want to offend any women out there, but it reminds me of the women driving around in the huge Hummers that say say I made a mistake on the road and they're in these huge Hummers, and suddenly they're laying into the horn and flipping me off or something, or yelling at me and calling me an a-hole, which if the Hummer wasn't there, take them out of the Hummer. I would say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and they would say, "Oh, no problem, no problem. I understand you made a mistake." But behind this big wheel of this Hummer, suddenly they're empowered, as if that. I mean, they have the power of the Hummer. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, one day we can make that happen, and you two guys can come and meet at the table at my house. You're invited. So there's a formal invitation. See you guys later.